In trying to carry out the new battery health test on my Tesla Model 3, I found a thermal issue. I wasn't able to run the test. If I go to service, hit battery health, that's a new option here in the menu. It gives you some warnings. If I try to carry out the battery health test, one of the green lights that's not on is battery or thermal alerts are active. There's no active alerts in the car. In order to track that down, I went into the service menu. So to go into the service menu, you actually go to software, not service. You go to software, you hold at least 2 fingers here on the model of your car for a few seconds, release it, and then it asks you for the access code, which is service. Gives you a warning, make sure you know what you're doing. So you do see here it says alerts to check. There's one alert to check. But go to service alerts. Yeah, I got the TPMS faults because I have not installed the new TPMS sensors in my new wheels. I actually have this aftermarket external TPMS sensor temporarily installed here. Anyway, so I'm getting a bunch of these Coolant VC front A135 coolant level low warnings. And the first one came up about a month ago. I'm disappointed that the car does not give you this warning. I guess maybe if the temperature is okay in the car, it doesn't alert outside of service mode. Yeah, and there's been no performance issues or air conditioning issues, so it's not low enough for it to result in other problems. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed that it didn't alert me in another way other than through the service menu. I've gone ahead and removed the front tub. When I put everything back, I'll show the process to take it out. But here's the super bottle, and this is where the coolant's going to go. It's supposed to get coolant at least to the nominal level here, between the nominal and max, and it's actually quite a bit low. The coolant is way down here. It's barely at this level, so it's way down here. So all this section here has to be filled with coolant, pretty much up to here before it gets to the nominal level. This might be under pressure. Nope, seems fine. So just gonna get a funnel on there. They do carry the G48 coolant at O'Reilly's. I couldn't find it at Pep Boys. You can see here it's for BMW, Mercedes, Mini, Tesla, and Volvo. It's already pre-diluted, so you can just put it straight in. With my phone's light, I can see the nominal and max lines there pretty clearly. See, it is making its way up. Started down here, now I'm up to here. If I flip my phone with the LED facing up, oh, that's so much better. I can pull with confidence. So I'm going to go to the max line. Yeah, it's pretty much there at the max line. I don't want to overfill it either. A few years ago, I did have a 2x4 that fell off a truck, puncture my radiator. I lost all the coolant. I wonder if it's been low since then, because that was quite a bit. It's probably a third. 2.5, yeah, so more than a liter. I put more than a liter in there. I'm not sure what the full capacity is, but that was kind of disturbing there. Don't forget my phone. So now to reassemble everything, let's start by getting the tub back in there. Now the tub, in addition to fasteners, it has these clips here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips that it snaps into. When you take it out, you just pull up on it. It also has these 3 clips here that pop into the front. The car is amazingly easy to service and take apart. Drop right in. Align the clips before I push down on everything. 1, 2, 3. These front ones, I think they're just like location pins. These front ones don't really snap into anything. Yeah, so to remove this, all you do is just pull up on the edge all the way around, and it pops right out. And the nice thing, it has seven 10mm bolts, so they're all identically sized. Very nice touch to make it easier to install everything and disassemble. You don't have to worry about 10 different types of fasteners. So I am finding that if I snap the tub in first, a lot of these holes end up a little bit misaligned. So I think I'm going to line up these bolts before I snap in the tub. I guess if you just put some pressure here, that helps align them too. Yeah, and then these line up better too. Yeah, so before snapping in all the clips, it does seem better to have these fasteners just kind of get them hand tight. Just align better with the tub still loose. Now I'll snap in the Now this little wire goes to the lights. Then just catch the bottom edge. Snap that in. Snap these back down. And now there's a couple of pieces that also snap right in. These clips here, 4 of them. Gotta align them, snap them in, and finally this piece snaps in. Yeah, and removal is just the reverse of this installation process. So let's see if that clears up that fault. No active alerts. To get out of the service menu, just hit exit service mode here. Now if we go to battery health test, yes, no battery or thermal alerts are active. I got a green light now. Simple as that. I mean, the Tesla immediately senses that the coolant level is where it should be. Let's go ahead and start the test. Now should I drop the windows in case I have to get in here for whatever reason? Start test. It's going to take about 12 hours to run the test. Come back and see how the car is doing. I have seen significant degradation. I'm estimating maybe 12% degradation, or perhaps a little more, in 6 years. I have less than 40,000 miles on this car, but calendar aging is a big factor. We'll see where we end up. If you find this type of content useful, please consider subscribing and hit that like button to be notified of future content.